Hey, this is one from the Bathtub Chronicles. Been on a little hiatus of late. Took a week or so, more than a week, of kind of downtime from pretty much all excitement, contact with the outside world, much. And doing things which, to people in my usual world seem maybe quite extreme. Not playing aggressive music, not eating certain foods, not, going to bed late, all that, the kind of stuff. But then, last weekend I met a bunch of people who are more similar to me. And I'd go further and say they're crazier than me, a lot of them. Doing the things I've been kind of doing, I'm doing for longer, more experienced in it, they're more fully immersed in it. This was a humbling and fascinating experience in both times. At the same time, sorry. Compared to most people I had considered myself at the more kind of disciplined and the more intense kind of end. But around these guys, I was like, whoa, shit. You go further than me. Like me talking about doing no phone time and cutting off social media and spending time in nature and eating certain foods. That's just completely normal to these guys. Some of them are like, yeah, we're just about to go on a water fast for 6 days. You drink nothing but water. Another one had been on a fast for 13, 14 days. They all have sought and gone really far in exploring themselves and that kind of intensity, And what struck me about these people is that they're so their thinking is really good. They clearly understand things well. They have this sense of confidence about the way they speak, which I'm not so used to. It's lacking this kind of excitement. It's all the things that I think are impressive, They speak from the heart more. They're not afraid to be their weird selves, and it really validated a lot of the things I was doing. It gives me renewed vigor because I realised in my life a lot of the time feels a little lonely. Now, the thing is with other people is, it's all very well and good saying people can, I mentioned I work in a stressful environment. People say, oh yeah, well you can protect yourself from that. You don't have to get buffeted by it. Really? I stay in my workplace for hours and hours a day, over weeks and weeks. You cannot help but get influenced by it. Energy in the air is what it is. And that will affect you. There's only so much of a shield you can put up against the world. When I looked at these guys and I was like, you're surrounded by other people like that all the time, and it just makes being yourself so much more normal and easy, I just look at that and I'm like, wow, I could be so much more. It's like there's certain people I spend a lot of time around, and it's like those people, that vibe is really restrains me or puts me down a certain path, drags me in certain behaviors and habits, and limits me in the ways that they're limited, you know. In the same way that being around these guys on the weekend was like, wow, boom, that was expansive, and it allowed me to expand. My feeling of myself, my feeling of, whoa, I have so much that I can do. And I guess this is a lot of why I struggled somewhat living in London. I felt more alive, more, you know, when traveling. So anyway, what can I do about it? Well, in my Buddhist journey, I'm about to move into Kagyu Samyedzong, a much stiller, quieter place. You know, this is a huge step up for me. Huge change. People for whom doing retreats and being in silent stuff, it's not weird. Yeah. So that's a step up. And then, things are building. It's happening. It's just always not quite fast enough. It's okay. 7 months this year, a lot has happened. Started Alexander Technique teacher training, moved out and changed teams at work, moved into a new workspace, new home. That's all in 6 months. Let's not get too excited by change and need to change the whole time. Have a little patience, just a little bit. Yeah. Just people, man, It makes me wonder whether, you know, the extent to which I can work with people in certain environments, because it affects me. Yeah, this is a tricky one. Can I work in, say, London or a city? I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking far too far ahead. Let's chill. Let's focus on the now. And what's interesting about this as well is being around these expansive people has made me feel expansive, maybe want to take in more information. It's let go of some of the crap, and I'm thinking I've got more bandwidth in me. It's a season of energy. I think that's a topic for tomorrow. Good night.